So now I just want to present and leave you with one idea for the time that we're in. We're in the days of Yom Noraim, the days of what we would say are called the days of Teshuva. And who here knows the three basic components of Teshuva? Anybody know? Raise your hand. What are the three steps to an effective Teshuva? Yeah, what's one? So Teshuva, Tefillah, and Tzedakah are like the package deal of what we want as a schus, to be Zocha B'din in these days. But one of those three is Teshuva. One of the three basic components to that piece, Teshuva. I'll give you the first one. The first one is to admit, vidui. To admit, to recognize what you did. To recognize the severity of, I disobeyed Hashem, let's say, in that type of Aveira. Recognize what you did. Anybody know what the second step is? Regret. Excellent. Charata, to feel bad about what I did. And what's the third step? Good. I'm never going to do it again. Now, by the way, that third step doesn't mean that Hashem wants us to be an angel and poof, never do the Aveira again. It means He wants us to genuinely put a lot of effort into never doing it again. But He knows that we might fall, we might stumble. The key is to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right back on track and continue to put effort in it. That's what it means, that you're on track, that you're on a tshuva process. That third step, that you're committed to putting effort into never doing it again. You're going to put genuine effort in. That might be changing your environment. It might be making certain fences for yourself. There are all sorts of ways to put effort into never doing it again. Practicing, etc. Now let's think about these three steps just in a way that we could actually remember it really easily. Admit, recognize what you did in the past. Feel bad about what you did in the present. And commit to put a lot of effort into never doing it again for the future. Past, think about the past. Recognize the past. Feel it in the present. Commit for the future. Put that effort in. Past, present, and future. And I think we can borrow from the tshuva process to understand how to make an effective apology to anyone. So to speak, the tshuva process is making amends with the Ribbono Shalom, fixing our relationship with Him, apologizing, so to speak, to Him. Well, this is also the time to apologize and make amends with your fellow. There might be a friend that you said something mean or did something wrong to. There might be a rebbe, a parent, a sibling that you need to make amends with. You did something wrong. Let's take an example. Say you were disrespectful to your father. And you go over to your father and you say, Dad, I'm sorry for what I said. Is that going to work? Maybe sometimes, but often not. Sorry doesn't cut it, so to speak. But what if you do this and you follow this formula? Dad, I recognize that what I said was disrespectful. It undermined your authority. It was in front of the other kids. It was probably even a little embarrassing. It was uncalled for. So you're recognizing all the reasons why it's severe, why it's wrong, why it's bad. Past. Therefore, it all flows if you do it this way. Therefore, right now I feel so bad about what I did, thinking about how bad it was. I wish I could take it back. I regret. Present. And therefore, I'm committed to put effort into not allowing this to ever happen again. Even if I'm annoyed, or if I'm tired, or if I'm frustrated, I'm going to go to my room and cool down before I open my mouth. I'm not just going to impulsively react and say something that I'm going to regret, that I'm going to feel bad about, that's disrespectful. I'm going to take the time to cool down and think, how do I want to express myself respectfully? I'm going to put that effort in to the future. Past, present, and future makes an effective apology. You apologize like that. How long was that speech? 60 seconds? Wasn't so long. Okay, it's longer than sorry, Dad, but it's not so long. An apology like that almost always will yield the response, apology accepted. That's what we want from the people that we might have hurt, and that's what we want from the Ribbono Shalom. That's the formula, past, present, and future. And Amir Hashem, if we take this to heart, when we're doing tshuva with our fellow, with the Ribbono Shalom during these days, we'll be able to be zoche, Amir Hashem, to a ksiva chesima tova.